Yeah. Okay. Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Game of the Week, Thursday afternoon edition. We have a doozy here between Alabama and USC, and two, dare I say, rivals in the league. I got Shake and Bake with me in the booth. May have Pablo on the sideline. Shake, big game today for these, I guess, rivals, if you want to call them. How do you think this game plays out today?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I just played USC last week, and he put up a really good fight. Lost by 7. I played Alabama twice, and he's put up good matchups both games as well. So, two teams definitely capable of being, like, in my opinion, fringe playoff teams if they can just put complete games together. And I think that's going to be the big thing. I think if Alabama and USC can both put a complete game together, they're going to be tough to beat, but we'll see who can do it today.
Yeah, and see, there's rain in this game, so of course you have that, wild card factor. And I think Pablo, if you want to talk about last year's matchup, I will believe it was raining as well in that game.
Yeah, it was a rain game. There was plenty of turnovers in that matchup. I know that there was some Mickey allegations coming from the USC head coaches. There was some less than ideal circumstances for the Trojans, as I believe Alabama won. There were some fumbles that maybe shouldn't have happened, but should have a good game.
Yeah, and looks like Alabama might be making some adjustments here. You can see the records of the teams. Alabama is 0-3. They're looking for their first win, while USC is 2-1. And so, as Alabama trots out onto the field, I believe we'll be seeing electrical drizzle taking the snaps, and there he is, number 1 on Alabama on the road at USC. Toughness rank pulls for as he hands it off to Haynes, goes to the left side for a couple yards.
Yeah, I think this is one thing that Alabama is going to need to do in this game is kind of establish a run game and maintain a run game. We've seen in the past they seem to get away from the run fairly quickly and just become a pass-only team. But you see another handoff to Haynes, and he's got room on the outside. He's going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, Justice Haynes, you see his stats last game, 12 attempts for 88 yards. We're seeing a little bit more of a running attack from the Alabama Crimson Tide in these last few weeks. Really, since the start of this season, he's played a pretty difficult schedule, and that's really why he hasn't gotten that first win yet. But, he's definitely looking for the opportunity right here, as we see in the pistol formation, electrical drizzle, dropping back, going to take the curl route there and catches it, but doesn't get any yards.
Yeah, and I mean, first down, there's nothing wrong with that. You got the completion, maybe get the quarterback a little bit of confidence on the road here. Didn't pick up any yards, but could be a good mental play right there.
Yeah, we see that a lot. You see, might have been a stick concept where he's got a choice route. He didn't really go very far, it really works well in zone. And you see this, it's a jet touch pass to Williams, and he almost breaks free there, gets 5 yards, 3rd and 5. We see a lot of jet touch passes from both of these teams.
Yeah, playing USC last week, we saw that same play a couple times, and I mean, if you're able to run it correctly and the blocking lines up, it's a very tough play to stop. So I think we're going to see a couple more of those from both sides today.
Yeah, here we go. Blitz coming. Here comes Justice Haynes. Does he get the first? No, he doesn't. And 4th and 3, and an early decision for the Crimson Tide. I think you're going to punt it, and the punting formation is going to be sent out there.
Yeah, I think this is a smart play early on in the game. Trust your defense. Show them a little bit of confidence, and see what they can do. I mean, you were able to make a little bit of movement on the first possession, pick up a couple first downs, but just didn't pan out the way you wanted. But now you got to step up if you're the defense and get a stop and keep this a 0-0 game.
Yeah, and now we'll see the USC offense, and we see I don't know, is that Maeva in the backfield? And he's going to look for an RPO off the edge there and throwing a little bit behind him, but still gets 4 yards.
Yeah, just another one of those confidence passes early on. Get your quarterback into the game early. A real easy completion and kind of see what you can do with it. And pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. And off to Joyner. And he's going to make a man miss. He's going to get to the outside. Joyner.
Yeah, there he goes. Joyner. A big play. And I need to step away for a second here.
Sounds good. I will take it over. Yeah, Joyner, 68-yard touchdown run, just able to bust it outside. Got the blocking he needed, and he has the speed to take it the distance. And USC early, up 6-0, and pending the extra point will be 7-0. Extra point is up. It's right down the middle, and just like that, 7-0 Trojans. And if you're Alabama here, you got to respond. Because if not, you kind of get back into the same thing you've been accused of just getting away from the run game. And I think 7-0 in the first quarter, you still can't abandon it. You got to stay strong in it, and decent return back to the 19.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do something there, but so USC up 7-0, and now Alabama's going to have to respond here with a touchdown, of course. Going and having to punt there does not really help, and Electrical Drizzle is going to have to respond. He hands it off to Haynes, who's going to go nowhere right there.
Yeah, loss of 1, and I'll say this, playing USC last week, the defense over there in Southern California really impressed me. Definitely the strong suit of that team, in my opinion, and I think that defense can win them some games this year, and so far they're stepping up and answering the call.
Yeah, I see a couple different looks. You see a dump off to Haynes. Gets a couple yards back, and that'll make this 3rd down much more manageable.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. I mean, and you see both quarterbacks just kind of, the weather's kind of playing a part of this, just hitting the underneath routes and seeing what the guys can do in open space.
3rd and 6. Drizzle going back, looking over the middle, and he's throwing it short of the sticks, and it's 4th down again, and Alabama's going to punt it for the 2nd time this game.
Yeah, probably not the best decision making there, hitting the underneath route. I mean, he didn't have any room for advancement. You weren't going to pick up the 1st down. I think you had enough time. You got to let that develop a little bit and potentially hit a guy downfield, but got rid of the ball pretty quick, and just like that, USC's back on the field.
1st down. Saw a very explosive run play from Joyner on that last drive. You see the man in motion. It's an RPO to Jordan, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, it's something you're going to see from the USC offense. A lot of motion. That play didn't quite work out, but 2nd and 12, you still got plenty of time to respond and try and make this a 3rd and manageable, as they're going to change up the formation a little bit here. Snap, he's going to throw it, and the tight end was coming across, made a little bit of contact, and wasn't able to get the completion. I think if he catches that ball, he's got some open space, and you might see I picked him up at 8 to 10 yards there.
Yeah, and you see there was another RPO. We've seen 2 of those on this drive so far, and there's a jet touch that we talk about so much with this USC offense, and it's dropped 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 4th and 17, and this Alabama defense gets a much-needed stop.
Yeah, great stop there by the Crimson Tide. And the punt's going to be off. He's not going to fair catch it, get hit immediately, and that's a dangerous play there.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of those where the defender's right in your face and you just kind of don't fair catch it. But now if you're the Alabama offense, it's time to go. Just kind of need to figure out this defense sooner than later.
Kind of got to get in a rhythm here. He gets hit immediately. A big blitz by the Trojans, and Electric Drizzle had no time for anything. You see some extracurricular activities at the end of the play.
Yeah, that looked like it was a blitz there. Maybe they brought more than they could block. And you saw the running back was on the route on that play, and so get to the quarterback there. Now there's only a 3-man rush for USC. He's got all the time in the world. Electrical Drizzle, he might just take off, and he will. He's going to get almost all of it back, but he's still 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, the freshman quarterback showing off the legs right there. A huge run of 17 yards and makes this a 3rd and very manageable, as it's the end of the first quarter. But this is a big play here if you're Alabama, and you kind of got to get in a rhythm. You want to score. You got the ball first. USC gets the ball to start the second half. You got to get on the board at some point in this first half.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. And you wonder, do you see a run from this Alabama deep offense? Maybe try to get, if there's a 4th down, maybe get a yard there and make it more manageable. Or do you just straight up pass it? You can see USC is in a double mug formation with the linebackers showing blitz. As it's a Haynes. Yeah, and it is fake the jet touch pass there and got that lane for Justice Haynes.
Yeah, I think that run play right there kind of showed you that no matter what, I think Alabama was in 4-down territory at that point. I think you only commit to that if you're confident that you're going for it on 4th down. They were able to pick it up on 3rd, so I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, you see maybe a wheel route from the tight end, but 6 and 4 yards, and now you're kind of getting into that 4-down territory where you're just outside your kicker's range, but you're just a little too close to the end zone to punt the football.
Yeah, this is the first drive of the game where we've seen Drizzle, really look good, make some confident throws. He makes another quick one there to Williams, and he's going to get hit a couple times, but pushed forward for a 1st down. And Ryan Williams, the junior, going to need to be a big piece for this Alabama offense today if they want to have any success and get in the win column.
Yeah, Ryan Williams, the stud, a 17-year-old in real life, is making impacts here as we see a little underneath route to Justice Haynes there, and we're going to have a little bit of tempo. Electrical Drizzle trying to hurry up this offense, maybe trying to catch USC in a formation that they like. He's going to run it to the wrong side of the field maybe, but doesn't really go anywhere. It's 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, that one didn't pan out at all, but 3rd and 5, definitely a manageable situation here. Let's see what the USC defense goes up here.
Looks like
maybe a run play, and they're going to get to him.
Now you kind of have to make a decision here. Do you punt it, or kick it a field goal, or do you try to get the 1st down? And it looks like they might be bringing out the field goal unit here.
Yeah, ball centered. And this is a good decision for Alabama. Go ahead and get some points on the board.
Oh, and it's missed.
But he hooks it wide left. Oh, man.
Yeah, and that could be a result of the stadium polls. We saw their toughness rank 4. And so you get a missed opportunity for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And if you're a USC fan, you're loving the way that this first 10 minutes of this game is gone, and you're hoping for just a little bit more on this drive. See, Maeva hands it off to Joyner. He's got 2 runs for 68 yards today, and all that's come on the first run where he had a house call from 68 yards out. Now Maeva is going to bring that Jordan in motion. He's going to hit Sawyer, though, on the RPO for 5 yards.
Yeah, interesting concept there. Kind of try and get the attention. A little decoy there with the wide receiver going out first and just kind of hit the tight end underneath.
Yeah, and now it's 3rd down and 5. You see another double mug. It's going to hit the screen pass to Joyner. Got a lot of room to work with, and he's going to get about 11 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, if you're USC, you're in a prime position right here. I mean, even if you only go down and get 3, you get the ball to start the second half. Ball game's really in your control right now. It's all about how you execute.
Joyner again got a lot of room to work with. He's gonna get another big chunk. of yards. I believe it's a 15-yard gain there, and now this USC offense is really moving.
Yeah, Joyner's having a huge game on the ground. 3 carries for 83 yards, just absolutely dominating this Crimson Tide defense. And you're going to see USC, looks like they're going to take it down to the 2-minute warning and kind of just play to make sure they have the last possession of this first half.
Yeah, and USC gets the ball at the end of the half. They really control all of the cards at this stage of the game. And we'll see kind of how this Alabama defense kind of adjusts as we get in 2 minutes. We see a jet touch patch, a lot of room to work with, but if the receiver misses his block, but even so, he still gets 8 yards there.
Yeah, another jet touch pass, and that wide receiver has some crazy acceleration, maybe a little bit too much as he wasn't able to read his blocks efficiently, but still picks up 8 yards, so gets the job done.
But looking, oh, he's got the drag route, maybe not really where I was looking. Thought he had the zig route on the outside potentially, but
yeah, the zig route on the outside was open, and I think if you hit that, it goes potentially a long ways, but able to pick up a yard, and Alabama's going to use their first time out, as it looks like they're going to try and get the ball back if they can get a stop here.
3rd and 1, he's going to fake the jet touch pass, and when you're so good at that, when you're so good at the jet touch pass, you can allow that running lane to open up in the middle sometimes, and he does that for a gain and a new set of downs.
Yeah, it's tough to defend both. You kind of got to pick one and hope you're correct.
Oh, look at this. He's got some room to Joyner. Does he make a cut? Yes, he does, but he's not able to get past the last man. Joyner is so far the star player on this offense so far. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. They could technically get the first down. I don't think we're going to see that, though. Here's Joyner, runs up the middle at 5 yards, and now USC, I believe, calls a timeout.
So, I mean, with that timeout, I mean, Alabama should get the ball back at some point in this half if they play it correctly.
They should get it. You see this formation, USC back to pass. Gets Joyner. Does he get there?
He gets stuck, but he's getting pushed.
But he doesn't get the first. And now it's 3rd and inches at the 1-yard line. Timeout called. We'll see in a second who it was by. It was by USC. A little shocking to me there. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I understand the timeout, but if I was going to take it, I probably would have taken it a little bit later. But here we go,
Joyner gets in. Touchdown, and it's pending the extra point. It's going to be 14-0. And 23 seconds to move out on the ball. I'm not sure if Alabama is going to have an opportunity to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, this is a situation, if you're Alabama, you kind of got to decide. Are you going all in right now and trying to go down there and get points, or are you going to just play this safe and take it into half and see if you can regroup in the second? I think if you're Alabama and you turn the ball over here and give USC the opportunity to score again before half, you might as well just go ahead and fold the rest of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive the Alabama coach gets here.
Yeah, and you wonder with, of course, USC getting the ball at half, you feel like this is a must-score touchdown drive, but on the Alabama defensive side, you kind of feel like you just have to make an adjustment here. So we see Mayeva throwing it deep. Does he get the edge? No, I thought if he may have lobbed, he could have gotten a pick. But now it's Crawford on the return, and USC is going to be in prime position to potentially score some more points and make it a 3-score game going into halftime.
Yeah, this is exactly what I talked about. You can't give USC an opportunity to score points again, and that's exactly what Alabama did.
12 seconds. I did see USC's kicker he's got a range from the 10-yard line, and he can't kick it from further out, so that could be a problem. Oh! But USC is going to throw a pick to Taylor, who's on the run back. Can he beat the quarterback? He not able to. And 3 seconds left. And you have a big mistake, a potentially game-changing mistake from USC. Oh my goodness, and now we got And it looks like the Alabama, with 3 seconds left, is going to call a play here. They must not trust their kicker.
I mean, they missed the kick earlier, but a run
Just
play here, and you're not going to get any points. Just a questionable play call from the Alabama coach there. Not really sure what was going on, but you're not going to get anything out of that, and now you're kicking the ball off.
I'm a little confused there. You're at the 20-yard line with 3 seconds left in the I form and all formations. I wonder if he was trying to get closer. But a big break for USC is really all you can say from that play.
Yeah, but I think at that point you kind of just got to take your chance and go for the 3. I mean, you need points. You make it an 11-point game, and you just live to fight another day.
And they made a huge statement.
Yeah, maybe. He's going to almost throw another one.
Yes, we're seeing this USC quarterback. It almost looks like on some of these plays, it's predetermined who he's throwing the football to, and he's not necessarily reading the defense. And, I mean, you saw the interception on the last play for them in the first half, and then almost another interception right there.
Yeah, look at this. This might be a screenplay, but look at Joe Maeda. He's going to try to run for a couple of yards. He does get 6 back, gets about half his yards. And we've seen this USC offense really thrive on this dump-offs, these checkdowns, and 3rd and 8 really doesn't allow that opportunity to happen.
Yeah, I think if you're Alabama, you got to make an adjustment on defense. And at this point, you almost need to make USC beat you over the top because they haven't proven that they can do it. Everything's kind of been underneath, and here's another underneath, but it's going to be intercepted.
And this could be returned. He's not able to, but it's the second pick of the game. USC got away with the first one at the end of the half. And now Alabama, the momentum has really shifted back after a disaster to end the first half, really. And now it's important that you can capitalize on this drive.
Yeah, that just feels like another one of those situations where it was like almost predetermined who he was throwing the football to. I thought he had a guy down the field a little bit that was open and just hit the underneath route again, but was to the defense.
Oh, look at Justice Haynes here. He's got a big gain to the 14. And now we're doing hurry up. Alabama must like this formation. There's still plenty of time in this game. This is only 4 minutes left. It's still 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a 2. And, I mean, just with that turnover, I mean, Alabama went from having probably less than a 5% chance of winning this game to, I mean, they're back in it. A score right here, I mean, I think at this point in the game, you need 7. But, I mean, a touchdown right here really makes this a ball game.
Yeah, you can see this is a jet touch pass to Ryan Williams, who gets the edge. Can he get in? Breaking tackles. Touchdown, Alabama. And the lead is about to be cut in half. And a huge statement drive on Alabama right there.
For a guy a lot of people call a kid, that was a grown man run right there, breaking 3 or 4 tackles to get into the end zone. And just like that, we have a 1-possession ball game.
14-7, and it seems like Alabama's kind of figured out this USC offense now. 2 interceptions on back-to-back drives, and now it's up to USC to make the adjustment on offense.
I think if you're USC, almost you got to trust your run game, but you also you kind of need to make them respect anything over top, because right now Alabama's just kind of pinning their ears back and loading the box and playing underneath, and that seems to be working.
Yeah, Joyner right there going backwards for 2 yards. He had an electric first half. He's been nowhere really since that second touchdown of the game, but now Alabama really figuring out this USC offense. We see Joyner again. He gets a lot of yards there. Gets 7 back, and we see 8 rushes for 100 yards and a couple extra on through the air game as well.
Yeah, he's definitely been the difference maker so far in this game. 3rd and 5. This is going to be a big play for USC.
Yeah, Maea's looking back. He's going to throw the RPO. It's got a man. He's got a couple steps, but he's going to get chased down. And to the 24-yard line, you can see a very big play for a very crucial time for the USC offense on third down.
Yeah, huge play. Another one of those motion plays from the Trojans. And he was able to get out into space and just kind of take off. And that'll pick up the first down and really put USC in a good spot, potentially make this a 2-possession game again.
Yeah, 2nd and 8. We've seen, before that, the quarterback did not have a lot of yards. I believe he's at 88 yards after that throw, and I'm sure about half of it came from that one throw there, and it was just kind of a little dump off. And now see motion from the receiver to a touch pass, but could it be coming back? It steps out of bounds. It would have been a touchdown, and it looks like it's going to be holding, so it'll be 2nd and 18 now at the 32.
Yeah, it's a huge break for Alabama. A touchdown there would have been really tough to come back from, but now you're in a situation, 2nd and 18, you got to get a stop here if you're Alabama. You got to force the kicker to come out on the field and see what he can do. We know that USC's kicker is not the greatest, so these next 2 plays are going to be huge.
Here he goes. He's going to, looks like it was a choice route from number 6, Lemon, and he's pushed forward. He gets 10 yards there, 3rd and 8. I believe he's seen a similar play. It was this drive or the last drive. I think it was the last drive. And that resulted in a pick there. And it's a very crucial 3rd down. So Maya's going to come out. Looks like he's going to throw the football here. He's going to get it to R1, who's going to get down the 7-yard line and moves the sticks again. Probably going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. And with 6 minutes left, Alabama needs to make a big stop here.
Yeah, absolutely need to make a huge stop. I mean, you got to hold them to 3. And if you can hold them to 3, you still have a decent chance. You're going to have to go down the field and score quick. But, I mean, these next 4 plays could be crucial for Alabama.
Yeah, and this really could decide the game. This, maybe not the game, or really it would decide the game, sorry, but just get a run from Joyner up the middle. He's breaking off tackles. He gets to the 3-yard line. And now what do you do?
Another big run by Joyner, and Alabama's kind of got to be in the mindset right now of a bend, don't break type of thing. You gave up the big play, let USC down on your side of the field, but right now you got to hold strong. I mean, your defense got to do whatever they can right here. It's going to be an RPO. It's going to be an Joyner, and that's touchdown of the day.
And it's almost kind of a good thing for Alabama. It was going to be a 2-possession game. You didn't want them to waste any more time than what you could. You have 5 minutes, 24 seconds to drive down the field, score a touchdown. Got to keep all your timeouts. It's 4-down territory from here on out, I think. Yeah,
you definitely can't. The punter might as well go ahead and take his cleats off for Alabama. We're not going to see him the rest of the game. But if you're Alabama here, you got to start kind of taking chances. You got to get down the field and score quick.
Yeah, and we'll see how they can score. What is their plan? As this USC defense has really kept the Alabama offense in check. They've only allowed 1 touchdown, and that was because Alabama started really in their own start of the field. As we can see, quick pass there. He moves the sticks, and we're going to have tempo.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of this right now. The stadium pulse is down. You're able to make the adjustments that you need to make. And he's going to hit the tight end across the middle, but he's going to get hit hard and drop it.
Yeah, that would have kept the clock moving, but it would have also moved the chains for a first down. You see, he was open for a second, but he's not able to corral the football. Now it's 2nd and 10, 29-yard line, back to throw. He's got a crossing route, and he just missed him.
Wow,
over the middle.
Drizzle with a bad pass there.
Just
behind him.
Oh my. There was no one within like 5 yards of him, and he just completely whiffs on the throw. And now Electrical Drizzle is going to have to make a big play on 3rd down. Looking, he gets a man to just kind of stop there, and he is breaking off tackles to the 48.
And he's going to get out of bounds, which is going to be huge for Alabama. Stopping the clock, you're able to get back in the huddle and kind of talk over things, see what you want to do.
Things haven't gone our way.
Yeah, and still got 5 minutes. Of course, like you mentioned, the clock stops when you go out of bounds at this point in the game. And now Electrical Drizzle making some adjustments. Stadium pulse is low. Looking, still looking. Got a man. Did he catch that? No, he didn't. He got popped.
Another misread by the Alabama quarterback, Electrical Drizzle. I think he had a man on the left side of the field, and there was nobody within 10 yards of him. I think he catches that. He's going to be running for a long time.
Yeah, you can see now he's coming out and empty and shotgun it. Of course, at this point in the game, you are expecting a throw. He's looking. He's got a man. He's got Ryan Williams, and that's a big play. And we are going to see some no huddle here.
It was very similar to the play Very similar to the play they just ran, but this time they were able to hit the open man and pick up a big chunk of yards. And it's going to be a QB draw. Electrical Drizzle's going to get moving. He's going to break a couple of tackles. Another grown man run is he's going to pick up the first down into 13, and Alabama is moving at will right now.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Alabama, they're expecting pass on the USC defense. Look at this. It's the same play. Electrical Drizzle going to try to make a man miss. He doesn't, though. He only gets a yard, and interesting play call running the same play twice.
Yeah, I saw Electrical Drizzle try and get sticky with it, and it just didn't work out. And it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Crimson Tide. He's going to throw a quick one. Oh, it's an interception.
That is probably going to put the icing on the cake. I'm not sure exactly what he saw there. I wonder if that might have been a misclick. Yeah, now USC is just going to have to run this clock out.
Yeah, man, even if they don't run the clock out, they just need to waste a little bit of time. Even if they have to punt the football, it's still a 2-possession game. You just got to pound the rock here, waste some time, and then if you need to send your defense back out, you know, let them go back out there and see if they can kind of make Alabama use some clock.
Yeah, and we'll see here. You can see Alabama using only a 3-man front. Might have blitzed there, though, and it's 3rd and 7, so now it's kind of a decision. Do you run the football and almost take a certain 4th down, or do you throw it and try to get the first? We'll see what USC does here at their own 15-yard line. Coming out. Got a running back in the backfield. He is going to run it, and Joyner's going to hit the first down. Maybe he does, and that is probably, if there was any doubt before, there's certainly none now, as we should be taking it to the 2-minute warning, and now USC is probably just going to run this out.
Yeah, realistically, USC is 1 first down in this game. And I mean, even without the first down, it's going to be extremely hard to come back from at this point. But a first down seals it.
Yeah, here we go. Joyner again up the middle. He's got a little bit of space, and at this point, if you're Alabama, you are trying to strip this football off of Joyner's hands, because you just kind of know what's coming from this USC offense here, as we see another inside zone. It's 3rd and 6 here, and Alabama is using all their timeouts now.
Yeah, and again, I think if you're USC, this ball stays on the ground again. Make them burn their last timeout. And if they are able to get a stop, and if they are able to get the stop, Alabama is going to use their last timeout. I imagine we'll see USC's punter come out. But, I mean, now Alabama's got to go down and score extremely quick, and then they got to get an onside kick, which is not an easy thing to do. So USC kind of did what they needed to do, wasted about 2.5 minutes of clock there, and wasted all of Alabama's timeouts.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to, and now Alabama, it kind of want them to score within about a minute if you want them to have a realistic chance of getting the onside kick and scoring again. But it's the USC, they're backing off their defenders already, trying to maybe play prevent defense here. Is Electrical Drizzle going to try to make a comeback here, try to get his first career comeback, and it's not going to start on a very good play. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Yeah,
just didn't have much time there. The edge rusher was able to get through and make contact with Drizzle as he was trying to throw that ball, and it's just going to fall incomplete, which isn't the worst thing in the world if you're Alabama. It stops the clock, and you get to reset again.
2nd and 10. Electrical Drizzle looks like he's going to try to throw it to a guy. Double coverage, and that is the icing on, well, there's been a lot of icing, to be honest, but that will definitely put this game away. We'll see the victory formation, I'd imagine, and USC is going to come out with a win against a Alabama team that is still going to be seeking their first win after today. They will fall to 0-4, but USC is going to move to 3-1. And I guess we can go ahead and start our interviews if we want to talk to Always Joker first, the winning head coach of the USC Trojans. Are you there?
Hi.
Yeah, so big win today for sure in the rain. But I think the star player, I'm sure everyone would say, was definitely Quentin Joyner. Just kind of talk about how his impact really influenced the offense today.
Yeah, obviously not the kind of offense you want. Made some bad reads there, but just you got to give shout out to the defense mostly. I believe Missouri is the only team I gave up more than 21 points to, and he scored on the last second. So I think the defense has been carrying so far, and just got to get a little bit better on the offensive end.
Yeah, well, if Shake, you got any questions for him, or Pablo, I guess, if he wants to.
Yeah, I'll ask Joker. So I mean, going forward, you're 3-1. You're sitting in a good spot right now, about to head into Big Ten play. What do you think? What adjustments do you think needs to be made if you want to be a legitimate contender in the Big Ten this year?
I just think on the offensive end, I think the defense will be there regardless. I just think on the offensive end, that's obviously something that I have to get better, get a little bit better at making my reads. I feel like I'm too dip and dunk, 3 yards here, 4 yards here, never really throwing anything over the top. So I think just got to get better at that, but that's just obviously getting better at the game. But good win against a Alabama team that kind of had a tough loss last week against Kansas.
All right, well, if no one else has any questions for Joker, we can go and move on to the Heredia God. And just want to, Heredia, we 0-4 started the season, and we know your quarterback, Electrical Drizzle, kind of struggled today. Is there any thought that we might see a new quarterback next week trot out for the Crimson Tide?
I don't know. I kind of want to use him. I don't really like the other guy. So we're just trying. To be honest with me, I really don't care what happens in the season or not. I'm just trying to have fun at this point. A 70 overall quarterback it doesn't really matter at this point to me what happens with me, Alabama. It's just go and play. So yeah.
All right. Well, open up the floor here.
I'm good.
Well, I guess the only question, I mean, you're heading into conference play, just, same thing I asked Joker. I mean, the SEC, very tough place to play, and, I mean, you're going to definitely have a bunch of tough matchups coming up, I believe. You got a couple user games. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule now. You got to play Florida, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. That's 5 top 10 teams. Where do you look to go, and how do you think you can, kind of bounce back and maybe have a rebound season and be eligible for a bowl game?
To be honest with you, if I start locking in, I think we're sweeping the rest of the season. But no, to be honest with you, I don't care. I don't care how good I am at this game or not. To be honest with you, I want to play against these hard people because it's fun. I don't like playing the CPU. It's just nothing you really do with the CPU defense. I like playing against users. I like the experience I have with real life people, and it's okay. If I'm losing, I'm losing. I'm probably gonna go 0-12 probably. If not, maybe 8-4 if I'm lucky, but we never know. So yeah, just how it is.
Well, just last chance. Anyone got any questions? Pablo?
I'm good.
All right.
Good.
Well, it looks like I think we can just wrap it up here. I just want to thank everybody for watching this edition of Game of the Week between USC and Alabama. And we do have a cup race tonight in the NASCAR side at 8:45 p.m. EST at Auto Club Series. Make sure you tune in for that. But other than that, if you got any last comments, you can say them now, and we'll see y'all later.